Hansel, what is the issue? Are we not being allowed to do our work?
Essentially, that is the description, and it's very troubling because we received a letter from the Electoral Commission written and directed to us to come to the collation center here at the old EC office for the collation. Later, we were directed to go to the EC office for accreditation. Only for us to get here, and the police says they don't have a list of accreditation. And so we thought perhaps the Electoral Commission has not made this list available to the Ghana Police Service. Only to engage the men on the ground, they said yes, they have somewhat a list of journalists who should enter, but they cannot allow us to enter because that list is not coming from the Ghana Police Service. And I mean, this is confusing because throughout the 2024 election, reporting matters from the Electoral Commission, there have not been any point in time when, after the Electoral Commission had issued to you an accreditation, and this is an accreditation with the symbol and the of the Electoral Commission on it. The police again have to clarify if we have accreditation from their headquarters, and this is not from the Electoral Commission, because when we engage the men on the ground, they tell us again that yes, they have somewhat of list of media houses who should enter, but because that command is not coming from the police hierarchy, they cannot allow us to enter. The bizarre thing here too is that after reaching to the Electoral Commission to see if they can clarify that communication gap between themselves and the Ghana Police Service, the response we get from the Electoral Commission is that, well, they have made their list invited to the Ghana Police Service, and whatever the Ghana Police Service is going to do with it is out of their hands. And it appears that now the journalists themselves will now have to take the step of solving that communication gap, if there's a communication gap between the Ghana Police Service and the Electoral Commission. And so we are just at the gate from Tigo, where you can make an access to the old Electoral Commission building. We are not being allowed. I mean, if the cameras could show you, all these journalists have accreditation. They are here. None of them are here to impose themselves on the commission. The commission itself sent invitations to them, asked them to go and pick the invitations. They've gone to pick the invitations, but we are here and nobody is allowing us into the collation room.
Right. Hanson, are you able to identify the police person, whether a commander or whatever, who gave that instruction that they would not allow you into the premises?
As of now, we seem to hear that the operations guy who is leading is one Dr. Gariba, who I met at the main entrance, who had indicated to me that I could not use that entrance, and so we should come and use this particular entrance, only for us to come and meet this situation.
Right. Has said Ms. Bakken now, the place he asked you to go to?
He has not, because when we spoke to the men, they are telling us to let the police, the Electoral Commission, to let the Electoral Commission link up with this Dr. Gariba. Here's the case that we've contacted the Electoral and given us any indication whatsoever that they are seeking to make engage these.
Right. What has been the response from the other colleagues on the development?
Well, it's for a lot of them, it's disturbing to them because they've been covering Electoral Commission. Let me see if I can speak to some of them so that you can hear from them what they make of this. you're having 2 accreditations. What time did you get here and what was the experience?
We just got here a few minutes after 5. Initially, we tried entering from the other side. Then we were directed to use this route. Then when we arrived here, we were told by the uniform men that we couldn't be allowed in. So we were thinking maybe they hadn't seen our accreditation. So we tried to show them our accreditation. And they said they actually have a list of individuals who are supposed to be allowed inside. And unfortunately, the media was not part of it. We were surprised. We've been here since 5, and then initially they said they were going to get the whole issue clarified. Eventually, they said they had a list, but that list had to be verified by their bosses. And it's been almost 1 hour since they gave us that information. We are here, but for me as a journalist, I have been here. I have heard comments from some of the policemen. It looks like this issue is going back to what happened in the morning, because I actually had heard one of them say that media for no money hokra ejumano ebekoso mukoye na ekoboma suma na mu kwa akoka.
So they made comments that suggest to you that relates to reactions.
Definitely, yes, most definitely. They made comment that shows that they are actually not very happy with us because of what happened earlier in the day. And this is surprising, because the kind of the person I saw making those comments, I saw him as a senior officer. But for him to make utterances that indicate that the media is not very important in a national event like this, this is very unfortunate. This is very, very unfortunate, and unfortunately, we don't have anybody here to even come to our aid.
I believe you have covered the Electoral Commission for quite some time. Have you ever experienced anything of a sort like this?
I have never experienced such an incident. Anytime we are closer to such an incident is if you do not have accreditation, or if your accreditation is not verified by the EC. But we have this accreditation that was delivered to us this evening. We have a barcode that the police servant can easily confirm whether it's actually coming from the EC. So we do not understand how come with everything we have to prove. You know, some of us are even wearing T-shirts that indicate which media houses we are coming from. But they still say no, they are not going to talk to us. They are not going to even allow us in there to do our job, our civic duty as media, as the fourth estate of the realm. That's unfortunate.
Vivian, so that's it as you have it here. Of course,